this
Oh God.
shit. We are we live? Are we live?
Yeah, my shit says live.
Oh yeah. We are live. Welcome to the Spar-Inn Boxing Podcast. Trying to go live on Instagram as well. There's always fucking issues there. I think we are live on Instagram now as well. We are. What is going on? I am here with Willie. He rose from the dead.
Hey,
His hair grew.
You see my shit get long.
Yeah, he's got a little fro going on there.
You look like Boots, bro.
Yeah.
Well, wow.
You got the Boots hairdo. I'm not saying you look like Boots. I don't want to
Oh
be like,
my-
oh, this motherfucker.
Oh,
Think
there
all
he
black
is.
people look the
Yeah.
same.
There he is.
Exactly.
Punchlines. That's
There
him.
we
If you didn't know.
You know, you be you be right there on the thin line punch. You know that, right?
Yeah, dude, I walk a tightrope for real.
Tight,
It's
bro.
like,
Yes, and we are canceled before we
I'm
even
looking
started.
like Jackson
again.
5 right now.
Now, what is going on? It is live episode 4 of the Spar-Inn Boxing Podcast. No technical difficulties so far. Punchlines, you hear me good, right?
yeah, I hear you guys fine. The
Really?
only issue is probably gonna be me because I cannot figure this microphone shit out.
Same with us, but
we
it's
can
all right.
definitely hear you.
Yeah.
We can.
Damn, bro.
I can hear you, and I usually hear you better, though, but I don't know. We'll work on that some other time. We are here. We actually had a little bit of a packed boxing weekend, a little surprisingly packed boxing weekend. Yeah, a lot of unexpected stuff happened.
Yeah.
I was fucking totally wrong about my guy, Tevin Farmer, but before that, we got
Nobody saw that though.
No,
Nobody
yeah.
saw that coming.
True. I wasn't alone. I was not alone.
That's why I meant to look up the odds for the first round KO. That would have been crazy.
Yeah,
it was
that
nowhere near
that would have been very crazy. Nobody thought that. Vegas didn't think that either. But we got some stuff to hash out. Willie is with us. I'm more comfortable now. It's not just me and punchlines. No, I'm just kidding.
Y'all got it. Y'all boxing geniuses.
Yeah,
man.
that was boxing geniuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Y'all got it. Y'all got like a little of both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like y'all like fans, but y'all know more than what fans.
We're
know,
losers.
You know? Nerds.
I was happy. We'll get into it, but I noticed something in the Jake Paul fight, and I don't think it was something like an expert would notice. You know
how rigged it is? Now, just
that is part of it, yeah. But even
getting
outside of the semantics and the conspiracies and shit, I noticed something and I pointed it out. And then today I heard Paulie Malignaggi say it much more intelligently than I did and broke it down pretty well. But I was like, oh, nice. So I was right then.
Yo, lately, like
I like Paulie on the commentator. That was last week or the week before?
Great, one of the best commentators.
Jahai fight. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm like, yo, that's better than hearing Tim. I ain't gonna lie.
Dude,
I love him as a fighter too. I think he's so underappreciated as a fighter.
Paulie is one of my favorite announcers ever. Like literally ever. And I'm not just saying that because I'm also Italiano. But speaking of Italianos, Willie made me spaghetti. Just want the people to see that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And someone just commented. Wow. Jake Ginsburg. Yo, I heard Paulie doing bare knuckle. Is that true? That is true. I think he has a 3-fight deal with bare knuckle. And another good thing about Paulie Malignaggi, he's a dog, dude, because in that bare knuckle shit, he said, I don't want to go straight to the champions. I know I can. I want to work my way up. I want to fight. Like, I want to earn my.
He really about to do that?
Yeah, again.
Didn't he do bare knuckle like a few years ago?
Yeah,
he did. Conor McGregor's boy, didn't he?
Uh-huh. And they some say he lost. I thought he won, but
yeah, I remember watching it. It was very uneventful, to be honest. It wasn't a fun fight.
Oh wow, we're getting some hits.
Speaking of bare knuckle, it was
Kasara Boxing TV. Anybody know who that is?
I don't, not off the top of my head, but shout out to him.
He said, "How are you guys doing? We are doing good. We are talking about Paulie Malignaggi. Willie made me some pasta.
Yeah, Tommy Morrison's son." He was doing he did a debut or something with bare knuckles.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Shit.
That's crazy. He won too.
But yes, Jake, that is true. Paulie Malignaggi is doing bare knuckle.
Seconds.
But this is not the Paulie Malignaggi show. This is the Spar-Inn Boxing Podcast. I would love to have Paulie on it though. So Paulie, if you do catch wind, listen. But as an announcer, yes, he is one of my favorites. And the guy that we're going to speak on, Deontay Wilder, is part of the reason he was a little jobless for a little bit, but I spoke on that before. Let me just give a breakdown real quick of what we're going to talk about. We are here. Willie is here with his hair. Me, Punchlines is here. He's got the nice thanks for playing shirt on.
What about your hair?
I don't have
It's my
hair.
girl shirt. This is my Sandy Ryan shirt, bro. Shout out
Boy
to
got
Sandy
a full
Ryan.
beard.
Y'all
look like
motherfuckers quit
twins.
commenting on her posts too.
Y'all
I'm not
look
talking
twins.
to you two. I'm talking to everybody else. Everybody that comments on Sandy Ryan's push-up videos, knock it off.
Yeah, he has a little crush on Sandy Ryan. Kasara Boxing says, what you guys think of Jake Paul? We are going to get there, Kasara. Keep watching. I'm going to give you a little shout out too because you're commenting. My page is about boxers that interview and post them on my page. Yeah, cool. I don't know what that means, but just keep listening. We're going to get into Paulie Malignaggi. But first, let me give you the rundown real quick. We have a little Mbili versus Solecki, a little quick review of that. What expected happened, just way too early. We are going to speak on Wilder versus Herndon, Deontay Wilder versus Herndon. Not much to talk about there as well. Obviously, like Kasara Boxing just asks, we are going to talk about Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That whole card itself, actually, we're going to speak on most of that card anyway, and whatever you guys want to talk about, you know how that goes. Very disappointment. I was wrong, and it takes a real man to admit when he is wrong. I was totally wrong because I think it was like almost $200 on Tevin Farmer. So we are going to speak on Tevin Farmer versus Floyd Schofield. The account is not looking good. Gilberto Ramirez versus Uniel Duticos, and all the other news and current drama in boxing. Every week there is new drama, new announcements other than the fights. Boxing will never die with the drama that goes on. Good to see.
No.
Let's just get right into it. Punchlines. I know you were watching that fight. We were texting. Mbili versus Solecki out of Canada. Praise Canada. What'd you think?
I mean, it was a showcase fight against a name like or that you should know. For like no casual fans watching Mbili, as we know anyway. But it's like, he's not getting the top fights, but he's fighting the same. Solecki just fought Pacheco and shit. We all kind of expected Mbili to win. I didn't think it was going to be in the first round. That was the combo too, because when you rewatch fights, you get to slow down a little bit and watch it a little differently. Because when you're watching it in the moment, you're a little more locked in. But the replay of the combo he threw to knock him out was it's fucking dope, dude.
Dude, that was a great fucking combo.
Is there really a rewatch of a fight if it lasted only one round?
That's true.
You're rewatching it.
You was watching the entrances.
You watched a nice highlight.
You was watching the entrances.
But again, everybody expected Mbili to win, but nobody expected that quick. Nobody expected him to come out that
shit
sharp.
Was an uppercut from hell.
Just like another fighter we're going to talk about later. The biggest takeaway I got from that, though, and again, this was a showcase fight. You're right, but it's like his second showcase fight, because when he fought what's his face, Derevyanchenko, that was kind of like his showcase fight. And in the last show, I was like talking about it. I'm like, Mbili, he kind of let me down, and this is like his get back fight, and he did that. But I just want to say something.
You don't have a real belt, right?
No.
Canelo got all the belts.
Yeah, he's holding them hostage. But what does that tell you about Derevyanchenko and how tough he is? The way he beat a Solecki in the first round, and I know he was going to win, but the way he did that in the first round, and I'm not taking anything away from him, Billy, just shows you how tough Derevyanchenko is, that Ukrainian, because with one arm, he lasted. He really did. And again, I'm not taking this moment away from him, Billy. He did what he was supposed to do, and not even what he was supposed to do. He did more than what he was supposed to do in the right way, coming off of what happened with Derevyanchenko. Like, that's all forgotten. See how quick we forgot? I'm just saying, like, props to Derevyanchenko, because the way Mbili looked, that is so good. Like that is so good. Left hook to the body, clean right uppercut to the face. Clean.
The head almost
uppercut
fell off.
And
it was bad.
Stoppage was kind of early, but that ending was inevitable also.
The way he fell, like, that was
kind of similar to how like Ryan fell when Campbell dropped him.
Yeah, like
everything just went. He couldn't even break his fall. He just fell.
Yo, and when I texted you and I was like, oh, fucking body shot, dude. Solecki's got no body. And then I watched the replay. And I'm like, oh shit, there was an uppercut in there. I didn't even see it. It was like hidden.
Bro, not only did this fool text me about the knockout, I guess it's not his fault, but he texted me about the knockout, and I was like, My shit hadn't even started yet. Like they were still
Yeah.
announcing them. This dude's like, "Whoa, first round!" I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm behind."
Yeah, like,
Oh,
really
shit,
behind
so
too. That
you-
was
yeah,
like
so
hard.
you was definitely streaming it.
Yeah.
Illegal. Hey, report
No,
his
I
ass.
have ESPN Plus. I legit have ESPN. I got ESPN Plus just to watch Top Rank
Rank.
and Monday Night Football.
Mm.
That actually made me feel good though about my internet because I'm always like, man, I wonder if my internet's really good or is it just hanging on? Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, ESPN Plus sucks ass for me. I'll lose sound like every 30 seconds.
Yo, honestly, the best stream when this all started for me, like, was DAZN. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. DAZN, like, it's actually the HD just looks better for whatever reason.
You can't watch. You can't rewatch the fights right
Yeah,
then and
that's
there.
annoying.
You have to wait.
Also, speaking of that, though, that's
Really?
a good point. That's a good point.
With the damn, you got that whole app and you pay for it. You can't rewatch. You have to wait until like it's released.
Yeah, they like wait. But that's a good point. You bring that up because Jahai's fight and now this one, right? There's like Top Rank usually posts like a nice edit of the highlights on YouTube. It's actually pretty cool. Like Top Rank does it. It's on their page.
They highlight.
They stopped. They stopped doing that. Like, I guess they're running money or they fired somebody.
They're doing the bare minimum. Like the fight clock is just that basic ass black and white, simple shit, no graphics, nothing.
They had it out real soon. That's what that means.
And just like they are, and just like the Jahai fight, like I was talking about, it was empty in there. There wasn't a lot of like production involved. Like you usually would see it, like the Hulu theater.
You know how you moving out, like you start moving out.
Yeah, little by little. That's what
they doing.
They're on their way.
They on their way out.
And same though with this. It was really dark.
Save my money.
The Canada card. I'm like, damn, dude. It's like there's like are there lights on out there? Like what the fuck is going on? It was very dark. And like I was talking about when we were waiting, bro, they had like the wait screen. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, it's been like 40 minutes. I exaggerated. I said like an hour. It was 40 minutes of staring at an empty ring. And I'm like, could we get this rolling? Like, could we or put commercials on? Give me some noise.
It's awful when they do that, bro.
It makes no sense. You lose so many viewers and people have a short attention span as it is. Like, and boxing, can put on stinkers. And we'll talk about some stinkers that happen too. It's like, come on, bro.
At least put a replay of an old fight on there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anything. or a rerun of like the build-up, whatever.
Yeah.
But Showtime actually, PBC used to be good at that. They'd always like just repeat like what we just said, and
the UFC plays like the like their version of like All Access or whatever it is.
On repeat. If you're waiting, you're waiting. I get it. I get it. You want people to tune into the main fight and everyone to see it, but
that waiting screen is lazy as shit.
Like,
yeah, it's literally just the ring, bro. Not only that, they would do that when they would interview. Like fighters would be getting interviewed in the ring, and you'd hear it, but then it would just go back to that like just a picture of the ring. Like generic shit.
They might need some go-go dances.
You know what we got to do, dude? Next Top Rank card we go to, we got to find that camera for the weight screen. And just fucking start like
just stare up at it, like
moon it or something. Like, yo, follow the podcast. No, for real, I'm gonna try that.
I know that. Damn,
I'm gonna go find that.
We getting kicked out.
I just thought of that, dude. Damn. But yeah, I mean, there is a lot of good fights at 168 for Mbili, but not with Top Rank. So like, there's a lot of names that would be great for him. Like Charlo's one. Munguia,
he's not fighting any of the PBC guys. Al won't let that happen.
But I know, but like that's really there's not. Munguia would be the only Top Rank guy, right? He's still with
but he's out for fucking
he's
a year.
So,
so
it's like he's kind of like like.
That's another reason I hope Bud beat the shit out of Canelo, bro.
So holding the belts. Yeah, I mean,
but then they're just gonna rematch.
Yeah. True.
Oh yeah, there's nobody's getting a fucking belt out.
But like seriously, there's even is Pacheco with Top Rank?
Golden Boy. No, he's with Eddie.
Yeah, you're right. So there you have it. Those fights. Another guy. He's
gonna fight Macumbi after Pacheco fights.
Yeah. So it's like, honestly though, I want a fight for us, for our eyes. That would be fun. That's not going to happen. I want Beck the Bully, man. Beck the Bully versus Mbili to me. I think Mbili outboxes him and tags him up, but he's gonna get hit with some shit.
I think after that Fulgham fight, Oscar's probably gonna shorten the leash with Beck.
Yeah, I could see that too. He's just a dog warrior.
Yeah.
But there you go. There you have it. So the smartest thing I think it was Errol Spence ever said was you're on the wrong side of the street or whatever, and there is some truth to that because now you see it with Mbili. Super talent, very strong, got a tough dude out of there in fucking 50 seconds, whatever it was, and now he's kind of stuck. Like these promotions are gonna have to just come together if they want to fucking promote this guy.
But I feel like Canelo just got the whole shit on. Like,
yeah, he does. But there's.
But remember, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
But remember what I brought up last week? How Mo Boxing, no problem. Shout out to them. Legit boxing page. They're not like opinionated. Really, like if they put up a hypothetical fight, they call it that, so they're not like misleading. Yeah. But he reported that planned card from Turkey, and he wants Mbili to fight Lester Martinez. Dude, that's a sick fight. Yeah, that's a great fight.
Lester Martinez is tough. That's another good one.
So just another power puncher too, who throws. He's not going to sit in there and try to run away because like Sulecki tried boxing, homie, and he's not a boxer. No, never has been.
No.
But it just sucks. They fighting for no reason though. Like it's just they.
That's
just
why Canelo. There,
like,
I hope when Canelo retires, that division is going to get so much better. And this is the biggest problem. He kind of hijacks the show a little bit because I've been saying it since I started this fucking podcast 2-3 years ago, whatever it was. Canelo needs to just get rid of these belts. Like he can still, like everybody will still want to fight Canelo because if you lose to Canelo, you're a millionaire. Like it's okay.
He's going to free up 160 too because everybody at 160 moved up to 168 chasing that fight. Yeah, 160 is kind of a wasteland right now.
Yeah, that too. So Canelo is, while he's great and he listen, shooing for the Hall of Fame. The past 2 years has not been good for boxing.
And that's no disrespect to guys like Adames and Janibek either, by the way, what I just said. But those two versus each other, as great as a fight as that is, you can make it a pay-per-view main event. That shit's going to sell like 10,000.
Yeah, you're right. And
that's a top 10 fight in the sport, in my opinion.
But think of how good this weight division would be if the belts were freed up. Like, because then people can make if the sanctioning bodies did what they were supposed to and made mandatories, good mandatories.
You know what Turkey should do, bro? Since he loves this nostalgia shit with boxing, once Canelo gives up them belts, or even if not, you know what he should do?
The super shit.
Another Super 6 tournament.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
But run it better because the format Super 6 was confusing. Do like an 8-man tournament.
This guy,
I thought he was supposed to be doing shit like
Kasara Boxing says it would be my pleasure if I could join the conversation. I mean, you can. I just I can't really throw you in right now. Not really sure how that would go.
He's commenting that on IG, huh?
Yeah, I don't really know how it would work on IG, but
tell him to pull up to the
send me an invite or whatever, maybe, and you could jump in.
But send me your address. Tell him to pull up.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, studio.
Come on over, man. I run around naked. Nah, just kidding. But next time for sure. Yo, just DM me, bro, and we'll figure that out. We're still working on this, our 3rd or 4th time live. So just bear with us. Once we figure the kinks out, we'll have more interaction with the peoples. But that was really it. And Billy fucking did his thing. Props to him because I was a little down on him, and he changed the whole narrative. And that's what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Bounce back matters, and props to him. A guy that I've been down on, freaking Wilder, man. Wilder versus Herndon.
Where did he fight at?
Where was that? It was like, it wasn't a place where they show a lot of
Wichita.
Fights. Yeah,
Wichita, Kansas.
Kansas.
That shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I ain't gonna lie. That shit looked like
yeah,
he's at the bottom of the bottom right now.
Sly Tendencies just commented, shout out to Punchlines, bro. You got me dying on the gram.
Oh, that's the dude that sent me. I sent you the screenshot of.
Oh, that's
when he was saying he watches the show. Yeah, nice. He said he likes the show. Like, yeah, shout out to him.
Yo, bro, DM me. You get a free shirt. Seriously, a Spar-Inn shirt.
That's your favorite thing.
Free Spar-Inn shirt. DM me Sly Tendencies for real. No dick.
Nah, at least he gives them away for free, dude. There's fucking boxing channels out there with less followers than you, asking motherfuckers to buy them. He'll get fighters on his show and ask them to buy them.
Don't name drop, but that's so cheesy.
No, I can name drop him anyway. Nobody's gonna know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Facts. But like nobody knows who the fuck you were talking about. Herndon.
Nobody knows me either. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but no. But does anyone know who Herndon is? You know who Herndon is?
No.
That's who Wilder fought in Kansas. That's who Wilder fought in Kansas.
And I wasn't hating on him for it, right? Like, because he's coming off of some bad performances. He's older. Yeah. I was like, all right, like this is clearly a tune-up fight for him. I'm not gonna hold him for it. The only thing I wasn't gonna allow to happen is like, okay, if he knocks this dude out in brutal fashion, I don't want to hear Wilder's back. Wilder's return to form. So luckily we avoided that.
Sort of,
even with the win.
Sort of, because he didn't knock him out in brutal fashion. And they were still saying, Wilder's back. Wilder's back. I'm like, dude, no. Pump the brakes. I will say this, though, and this is kind of applause to Wilder. So as a gambling man and fucking going broke because of it, Wilder was on FanDuel's front, like, main page for a special. And you rarely see that in boxing. The only other guy that was on the front main page with specials was Jake Paul. So somehow Deontay Wilder versus Herndon dude made it to the special page, and that's kind of how much of like a force a really good American heavyweight is. Like it shows you like, holy shit.
I don't know how anybody's jacking FanDuel right now. I ain't gonna lie. After what they came up with that fucking sharing bet shit.
Yeah.
We good on FanDuel, man.
But dude, think of that. Like Deontay Wilder versus, I don't even know his first name, Herndon.
He made the front page on FanDuel.
Yeah, there was a special made for him on FanDuel. So people are still invested in fucking Wilder. Like that's kind of crazy to me.
I mean, if
that was a way to get gamblers to like watch the fight, like as a promotional tool, bro.
That was cool. That's smart though. That's smart.
Yeah, it's smart, but like that's not the fight nor the card to do it, because not only could I not name Wilder's opponent, I can't name any of the other guys on the card.
Yeah, that was
on the card. Anybody?
Not that it was very boring. And that's another one where like the production looked really bad. It was on, what was it, BLK Prime or whatever?
Yeah, and it was dark.
It looked like a Tubi fight.
It looked very,
for real.
Very and again, Wilder tried to like work on things with this guy.
Hold on. Y'all acting like y'all watch Tubi movies.
I've seen him back in the day. Yeah, back in the day.
No, I just see the reels, the memes of the reels like in my Instagram.
I have seen it. I thought Tubi was like cool for like 5 seconds, and then I was like, all right, this isn't cool. I did think it was cool.
That shit like a black thing for real.
Is it?
Tubi movies?
Really?
Hella black movies on Tubi.
Dude, I used to.
Yeah.
I mean,
they show like old black movies.
Really?
Yeah, like the
dude.
classic.
That meme I posted the other day was from a Tubi movie.
Oh yeah, what looked like Step on Murder? No, you said it. That was today. Which one are you talking about?
The one when I said Brian Norman Jr. or Devin Haney, first time he gets hit by Brian Norman Jr. and he was like, got hit and did this spin move and everything.
That's from a Tubi movie. Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know the movie? Like you just saw the clip and like, oh,
no, I saw a meme and I was like, oh, I know what I can use this for. Like that's what I do. Like when I see shit in my algo, I'm like, oh, I can repurpose this to boxing somehow.
He's always on go.
Yo, he's always ready, man. Sly Tendencies says, I saw Herndon get destroyed by Richard on Top Rank.
Yeah, in like 2 rounds. My friend texted me that.
Jr. Yeah, I heard the announcers talk about that. You know, it is what it is. You know what was funny though during this fight? What's his face that fought Triple G Warrior? He was calling out Berlanga. Shit, I'm having a brain fart with names as usual.
Rosado.
Yeah. Gabe Rosado was on the mic, and he's also a decent announcer. But whoever was with him, I don't even know who it was trying to gas up Wilder like crazy. And you just hear Gabe, he's doing some good things in there. Like he wasn't trying to hate on him. He's like, he's doing some okay. He's working on the jab. He's like,
his jab looked better.
Yeah,
everything else looked clearly degraded.
Yeah.
That shit looks slow.
Yeah.
Very, very slow.
Like he's
still throwing this like wind up, like he's pitching something. And I don't know. I just didn't. I posted actually. I was like, that's another thing about FanDuel. So on FanDuel, this is what Wilder was supposed to do. First round knockout was plus 200. Second round was plus 400. Third round it just kept going up and up and up. You never see that.
That's mad low.
The highest odds were first round knockout. Everything else went down. You see that sometimes in Inoue fights, but like you never ever see that really in. And Wilder had that.
I've really never seen a plus 200 in a first round.
First round, dude, is crazy.
Yeah, that's.
And I posted, I was like, yo, if this goes past 3, it's a loss for Wilder. It went 7.
It went 7?
7 rounds.
Yeah.
No wonder he.
And it was a long 7 rounds. It felt like round 11 by the time.
I don't think that fight was that.
Yeah,
fight
it was a weird.
stopped,
I mean, he was
like,
fading
early.
that guy fast.
Yeah, but he wasn't like hurt.
He did nothing clean was landing. Sly Tendency says Wilder brought in a lot of casual fans after he beat Stervern the second time and went mega viral. I had people I know don't watch boxing asking me if I saw the Wilder fight. Oh wow, that's see what I mean? Like, see the stronghold he has in America, like a great American heavyweight. We're on the hunt, man. We are on the hunt.
Knockout artist, though,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That was he had that crazy power.
But that's really it. I don't know what's next for him. Like you said, punchlines when we were texting, you're like, I don't think he beats anybody top 20. I was like, I looked at some lists and I'm like, top 30, give him a run for his money too.
Yeah, I think
you might as well let him throw him in there with Big Baby.
Yeah, Jarrell Miller.
Either one of them.
Or Andy, Ruiz, because he don't got much left neither. And but that's a big payday for both of them.
But if you base like Ruiz versus Miller's last fight, that was a draw or whatever. They both beat the hell out of Wilder. Like I think they're, you know what I mean, based off their last fight.
And even like what I texted you, I was like, fuck it, I think Ajagba beats him. FA.
Yeah. FA Ajagba's another one. Right now, because he's on the up and up. And again, this happened last week. Someone's on the up and up. Someone's on the decline.
But he's like.
He's got no head movement, that guy.
I thought he should have retired after the Zhang fight. I'm glad he's getting money. I'm not going to hate on him for getting money. But, I mean, he's 39 years old. He gets hit frequently. I guess against this Herndon guy, he didn't. But
for somebody that knows what they're doing.
You don't want to keep taking hits from guys over 200 pounds.
And when he gets
40s,
every fight, when he gets hit, it gets worse and worse and worse. It seems like ever since Tyson Fury, it keeps getting worse.
And he was still getting countered by that guy, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Because he's still, when he throws his jab, his hands are like still right here. His right hand's like way out here, like this when he throws it.
Listen, though,
you might as well call Aiden Ross or something. Go on,
just
the stream.
Quit ducking Charleston White, Wilder.
Yeah. Or no, you know what he should do? Like get on one of those reality TV shows, bro. Like apparently him and his brother are like banging the same chicks and stuff. So like, dude, he can make a lot of money there with that.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell?
He's got like an Atlanta mansion.
He's gonna be fighting Jake Paul in 5 years.
They should get him and AB together, and then somebody.
Oh God, AB, that guy is spiraling, bro.
Him, AB,
waste.
Bro, let him and Big Baby fight. Let them both take steroids.
Yeah.
Him and Big Baby. That's why I said Big Baby. Him and Big Baby.
100%. Let any heavyweight fight and both take steroids. I don't care.
Dude, somebody Wilder on steroids might make someone's head pop. For real.
Seriously, yeah.
That'd be nice.
Like roll out of the ring. Roll out of the ring.
Just let them both do.
Dude, imagine him on steroids. How like his bomb squad thing would be. That was cool too when he used to do that. Like that when he meant it. Like on the come up, the bomb squad thing before it was real big. Like he'd say, I'd be like, "Yo, I get startled." I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, he yells, bro.
Yeah. He probably, dude, when him and his brother were like banging the same chick, like,
what?
Dude, he was probably tearing that thing up.
Yeah, dude, they were putting her through some fucking rounds, dude.
Yo, that girl needs to get on some steroids.
She was doing rounds in the doghouse, bro.
Yo.
This doghouse sparring. You're not leaving until you get knocked out.
Fucking bomb squatted.
This reverse Oreo is not working out.
she got bomb squatted, dude. All right. Anyway.
Yo, y'all bugging out.
Yeah, I don't know what's next. I don't really. Wilder. Hey, man, I like the guy when he was on the up and up. I thought the Joshua fight should have happened. It lost some steam now, obviously.
He's not going to retire.
No,
he's not. You
could tell he need money, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So. I know, but I'm just I'm not even a fan of the guy. I'm not going to say I dislike him. I definitely don't. I'm just indifferent on him. It's fun to watch him. I never rooted for him, but I don't want to see him get hurt.
Yeah, like
you know.
The top 10 guys all hurt him. Every single one hurts him.
Oh yeah,
bad. And we kind of saw that with like Zhang. Like Zhang proved that
easily too.
Yeah. Hey.
Where's my boy Big Bang Zane? What he got? You know what he?
He's still training. I mean, he's still training. So
damn.
Yeah, that's really it on the Wilder. Next we got the card that the other special on FanDuel. You guys want to start with just Jake Paul himself, or you want to talk about the undercard first, and then we got some news, notes, and other boxing bullshit.
I don't know.
I feel like we should start with Jake Paul. That's what most people want to hear about anyway.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. This dude's slide tendencies got a lot.
We should read him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of info.
So small, I can't see him.
Yeah, I actually got another screen to put like next to me to see it. But he,
Bro,
what do you got? Say it.
I think he's the one that's friends with your girl. Sly, you're friends with Maya, right? You know Michaela? I think it's the same person. I guess because he DMs me frequently.
Sly, if you somehow get Meyer on the show, she thinks I'm stalking her. I'm not. I just want her on the show. We could do remote. I can't get handsy on remote.
Get her on here, bro. I'd love to talk to her.
Nah, you're not. You are not invited. You are not invited. Listen though. He says he's got some good info on Wilder. I think this dude's friend. Yo, get Wilder on the show. Finkel, I'll send you 3 shirts. Finkel said they did the fight with BLK Prime because Wichita is paying a huge site fee to promote the new mayor. Why else would he go into BFE? I think all the black folks in the state showed up. Yeah, there's probably not a lot of black folks out there, if I had to guess. So you might be right. And then he said, bro, Wilder's hands are almost half metal. He's had 11 surgeries, blah, blah, blah. On the juice, he'd probably kill someone. I'm telling you now, Wilder should fight Jake Paul. That's the level of competition he needs. Oh, good. Yo, I like this slide tendency, guys.
But slide. Look. Slide one more time. Wilder would take that money, so he's definitely would take the fall. He's definitely taking the fall because we talked to like Flats and he said he's a real boxer, but these fights is still feeling so fake. We don't know yet. I can't tell.
Bro, you just want to get into it then?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, Wilder.
Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Go ahead, Punch. What do you got?
I get why everybody's like upset. I just don't get why everybody's like angry and this is a disgrace. This is shocked. What the fuck did you expect Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to do? He's almost 40. He just got out of rehab. He's a perennial disappointment. Not just because of his level of talent, but because of his level of effort and commitment. Is like he did exactly what you knew he would do. And it just like, right, he didn't land a punch for like 2 rounds, I feel like.
He didn't throw. He threw, I think, a total of like 10, I read somewhere. Like 10 rounds until 10 punches until the 8th round.
He was a punching bag.
I will say this, though, like, it's kind of funny.
Like no contact sparring.
So
did nothing, bro. He just stood there.
He's Michael Montero. He's a Ring Magazine like writer, editor now. He has Montero on boxing. You guys probably heard of him. He's pretty big in the he's big on Twitter actually, or X, whatever the fuck it is. But he said something that made sense. He's like, listen, I don't think he took a dive. He's like, I don't think Julio Cesar Chavez took a dive. He's like, when you don't fight in forever amount of years, come out of rehab, it takes you a long time to get warmed up. But then you look at like the 9th and 10th when he did start throwing, Jake Paul is not that good.
No. And like he doesn't throw if he's getting thrown at. And Paulie said it perfectly. What Paulie said was he's a my turn, your turn type of guy. Like he'll throw and then you'll throw and he'll block it, cover up, or he explodes back, like he moves more than he should, but he doesn't know how to throw and defend at the same. He doesn't know how to defend and keep his foundation and counter.
Yeah,
and he doesn't. Because I said last night, it's like whenever Chavez throws, whenever anybody throws on him, he doesn't do anything except cover up and move.
And I don't want, this is going to sound crazy to say as a boxing nerd like myself. I don't want to take anything away from Jake Paul. Like, the guy did win the fight. He has no amateur background, and it is apparent that he's getting better. He's by no means good, but it's apparent he's getting better. And I think sometimes as boxing fans, we give in a little too much just because the draw he is, the shit he talks. He is who he is. You know what I mean? Like, he is getting better. I don't think he's going to hit that next tier ever, because with that next tier comes talent and skill, and he's talentless. He just has skills that he's training to learn, and he's getting a lot better very quickly because he has the time, money, a good team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What he is doing, and now it's figured out, he's putting monster undercards on, because time and time again, the undercard is for the real boxing fan. So if this is his gateway to promotional, he's doing the right thing. You know,
he builds good cards.
Dude, that card was a great boxing card.
He's definitely a genius in marketing. So that's how he gets in with everything.
Dude, the guy has no amateur background, was on Disney and got a fight with Mike Tyson that broke Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, Netflix didn't break during COVID, dude, when all you could do was crank your shit and watch Netflix, and he broke it.
Yeah, his accomplishments are more boxing business wise rather than actual boxing wise.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But y'all see how he getting a title shot?
Allegedly.
There's no way.
Rankings, and
there's no way.
That was a good undercard matchup that he had on it with Gilberto or Zurdo Ramirez. And
before we move to that,
I
gotta address this because it's fucking insane. Nobody's talking about it because I know they don't take him seriously, but his call outs after the fight when he was on the mic.
Yeah, I saw your
post. Like, I'll fight Badu Jack, I'll fight Anthony Joshua, I'll fight Tank Davis. I'm like, motherfucker, they're like 130 pounds apart.
He finally gets announced that he's in the rankings, and now he's going to a different weight class. Apparently,
out a heavyweight and a lightweight.
Yeah,
you talk about shooting for the stars. He should have shot like Kobe.
But you know, he is what he is, and this fight just showed me the most about him. That when he faces a real boxer and the real boxer throws punches, he's going to lose. Because he almost got knocked. If that fight was going 12 rounds, he was getting knocked out.
He was getting hurt, bro. Chavez was still like, I wouldn't say rocking him, but he was definitely bothering him, like especially those shots to the body in the 9th and 10th.
And I do want to give Jake Paul some boxing credit in a sense, because like, he landed some clean shots on Chavez's body, like super clean. And Chavez is tough, dude. Look, cokeheads are tough.
His right hook to the body in the beginning was actually, I even called it out. Like, it looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie.
That was powerful. I was like, oh
yeah,
fuck.
And he would set it up with a jab too. He wouldn't just wing in there with it.
I did see like a lot of like when he realized he couldn't get him out of there, and as the fight went on, though, I'm like looking at Jake Paul and I'm seeing a lot of like flaws, like with his jab. He jabs right, and then he just drops it, and it sits there, and I'm like, bro, Chavez Jr. 10 years ago knocks you out. Like, but listen, Chavez Jr. is what he is. The best part about Chavez Jr. though is his father. And every fight, his past like 3 or 4 fights that he's in, when they pan to his legendary Mexican killer dad, and you just see him screaming at his son in disappointment. It reminds me of Little League when I'd strike out at every at bat, and I look over at my dad, and he'd be fucking trying to fucking kill me.
Even he's getting a lot of hate for that shit from last night.
Probably just being there, like, yo, this is your son.
What he say?
Well, no, fans are like saying, like, you know, shame on Chavez Sr. for telling us that Junior was going to be good, and like the fact that he even supports this shit is a fucking disgrace to boxing.
His son, though, come on.
Like, do you think he's looking at this shit as like it's a legit boxing fight?
I heard Chavez Jr. made like 3 or 4 mil just from the fight, like just from that, from signing 3 mil just for. Like what?
Oh, God bless him.
Imagine going to rehab, coming out, and just here's 3 mil to fight some guy to do a sport that you grew up on and love and has been in your bloodline forever, no matter how good of shape you're in.
They didn't even fight for like half of the damn fight either. Like, just moving around the ring.
And every fight, it pisses me off more that dude actually beat Andy Lee back in the day. Like it legit bothers me that he beat Andy Lee.
Yeah, he did.
He got to fight Canelo too. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that went the distance, right?
Yeah, and he lost every single round, and Canelo never even took a seat between rounds.
The best though was his fight versus fucking Danny Jacobs when he like just quit. And then
didn't he say he broke his hand?
He fought mad people.
And like it was like that fight, I don't know if it was in Mexico or Texas. I think it was in Texas. It was a big Mexican crowd. Bro, they started throwing like full beers at him. Like full Danny Jacobs was bobbing and weaving like it was his fault. And he's like, I didn't do shit. And they like, had to rush Danny out and go, look it up, bro.
He made mad money off of just his last name. That is
crazy. He lived off of it entirely. Dude, when I went to the fights in LA back in 2016, I went to Andre Berto, Victor Ortiz too, at the fight in LA where it's outside. And Victor Ortiz quit again, which he had done before. And when he was walking, and like a bunch of Mexicans showed up to watch him. And when he was walking back to the tunnel, there was a fan waiting for him. And when the dude walked by, he fucking threw nachos in Victor Ortiz's face.
Dude, it's crazy.
And then everybody started like throwing garbage at that guy when the cops like fucking escorted him out and shit.
I think though in the Danny Jacobs fight too, I don't remember, it was a while ago now, but he said something like they went to interview him in the ring. He's like, I mean, I don't know why they're booing me. I didn't quit, and shit just started throwing like I didn't do nothing. And they like got him mad, but I think they were mad at Chavez Jr. That's really it. And listen again, I just want to make it clear because Jake Paul bites get a lot of hits. I'm not really hating on Jake Paul. Like the guy signed up for this fight, fought this guy, and he is getting better. And for a guy with no amateur background, he's 11-1. Listen, boxing wise, he's on his way, I guess, to getting better each fight, but he is by no means.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I feel like people. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you're good. You're good.
People call it hate, like not taking him seriously as a top level boxer. That's not hating. That's just being rational.
Yeah.
Like I will acknowledge what you've done. Like it's not easy to go from no amateur background and still beat the guys you've beat, but you're also not a top 10 fighter in real life. Like the only reason you're getting put in these sanctioned boxing rankings is because if you do get a title fight, like whoever sanctions that fight is going to get a fucking part of it.
Yep.
He's going to get a payday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is his door to promotions. Which...
I mean, he's doing better than Dana White in promotions. in boxing, in boxing, the way he came in hot.
Speaking of Dana White, that fight, the Chavez fight was so bad because I was watching at my boy's house. We put on the UFC fight like in the middle of the fight.
Yeah,
or like this is like we'll put this fight on the phone. If anything happens, we're gonna watch the UFC fight. 20 seconds later, that shit was over. So we put the Jake Paul fight right back the fuck on.
So I was actually that same kind
that
of
dude
thing.
is an elite boxer.
Dude, he jabs to the body. He actually knows how to fight on the inside. Because I said that in MMA, nobody knows how to fight on the inside like a boxer, like knows how to box on the inside because of Muay Thai. I was like, but people are going to quit using Muay Thai on the inside because of wrestling.
Yeah.
I was like, but because of that, people are going to start boxing because nobody needs or does a lot in the pocket anymore. They do the MMA shit because the MMA's evolved to be like its own form of like a combat rather than this merger of different combats. It's become like its own thing. And because of the lack of like knees and stuff on the inside now and takedown attempts, like more people are learning how to box on the inside. And that dude's like legit good at it.
Legit.
And he like also too, what's his name? Ilia Topuria, right?
Ilia Topuria, yeah.
Ilia Topuria. Also too, what I noticed with him, his fucking precision on his punches. Like you can tell he doing some double M bag workouts or something. Like his precision.
He could definitely come over here to the boxing world and then get a fight. I ain't gonna lie.
They're talking about him fighting Canelo. Like, don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Jake Paul. Fight Jake Paul. I'm down for that.
He could
loves MMA guys.
That'd be a money. That'd be some money.
I know the weight is way different, but fight Jake Paul. That'd be fun.
How much he weigh? He was
like
155, bro.
55. I was gonna say 160, but 155. Yeah. But yeah, hey, I had the same kind of issue going on. So I had a wedding, and then after the wedding, we went to my brother-in-law's house, who's more of an MMA guy, but he's an old school boxing guy. And I was like, hey, he's like, Jake Paul's fighting, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, come to my house after, we'll put it on. I'm like, all right, cool. So I order it, I put it on. When I see him looking at his phone, I'm like, oh, what's that? He's like, oh, dude, it's the UFC fight. And like I felt bad because I'm at his house. I got Jake Paul on the TV. I'm like,
yeah,
like fuck. But I really tuned in for what we're going to talk about now is Zurdo Ramirez versus Dorticos. That's why I had him put the fight on. I'm like, and I'm gassing it up. I'm like, yo, this is going to be a really good fight.
Me too.
This is going to be and like I got people sitting there, like non-boxing fans, you know, it's after a wedding, we're drinking, eating some fucking wings and fucking cheese. And I'm like, yo, no, watch this fight. This is going to be a really good fight. A really good fucking fight. It was fucking stupid ass fight.
Yeah. The most exciting part was when homeboy just started punching him in the fucking thigh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The low blows, like 3 and 4.
And you know what? I keep betting Zurdo knockout, and I have to stop because it's very clear to me that he has this weird methodical way of scoring points at this weight class, and he's not going for the kill. He's not knocking dudes out. So I really need to stop betting that because I did. I'm drunk, and I'm like, oh.
I think you bet him every time.
Every time, because I'm like, yo, he lands so much, and his accuracy is so good. I'm like, yo, he's gonna not. But there's just no zip on him. And then when the guy gets hurt, he stands there and looks at him. And I'm like, all right, at least pepper him a little more with no zip, whatever. But he doesn't.
He fights like Omar Figueroa, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Just little.
Yeah. But like, I mean, you would think at this weight and his size, he's a big dude. I'm like, oh, something's got to hurt. No. And so I'm starting to agree with you more and I wasn't at first, but now this fight kind of showed me Jai Opataya fucking dismantles him.
He kills him, bro.
Because he also gets hit a lot. Like Zurdo's in there getting tagged up, and I'm like,
hit by that guy.
Yeah.
The dude though, he won. He's like, he raised his hand and everything after the point induction and everything, after all them low blows and everything.
No, I had that because I was telling everybody, I was like, that's my real main event of the fight. Like, and then I watched it, I'm like, fuck y'all, man. Like,
this guy Sly said, Elias, former coach, back to him, and we'll get over that. His former coach trained with Eddie Reynoso to learn boxing for MMA.
Oh, so he definitely on that shit. Then.
Yeah. Oh, he might be on the juicy juice too, man.
Dude, look what you see what he just said. He said one of Zurdo's main coaches is Malik Scott. That explains a lot. You're right, bro.
Yeah.
Malik Scott doesn't train anybody how to be boxers. He trains them how to be Malik Scott.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Michael Fox said. He's like, he just turned Wilder into Malik Scott. That's all he did. He didn't improve anything.
And you're right, because Zurdo's a good example of that too. He's just lightning fast hands, good precision, good cardio. He's throwing a lot towards no zip and no kill. No kill. Like, you need the kill. Where's the kill? Deontay Wilder was great because he had the kill. Like, where's the kill? But I mean, I'm done with him. I will say this: if Jake Paul and Zurdo Ramirez fight, I'm betting my house on Zurdo Ramirez knockout, but I don't think Jake Paul and Zurdo Ramirez are going to fight, though. That's just
he's hoping he's getting an old Badu Jag.
Yeah.
He's hoping Badu Jag's too old.
He's calling out everybody. He's just like,
and you know what, Badu Jag beats him too.
Smart, though.
Badu Jag beats the shit out of Jake Paul too. So
no, it is smart because Willie, what you said, not to cut you off, Poon, but Willie said Tank is smart. But
throw it out to everybody. You said Tank is smart.
Jake, you meant Jake.
Jake, yeah, for calling out guys like Tank and Joshua, because it's just gonna get people. He knows people are gonna say this is fucking ridiculous.
He
gets them talking.
Clicks, click. So
he might end up fishing one of the men. That's
true.
He always does.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a good point, Willie, because he's not beating a top 20 guy in. From like 160 up, I don't think 160 up. I don't think he's beating the top, but whatever.
But he got that. He got some good fighters on his shit. Like,
yeah, the undercard. So now
we thought he had a good one too. Dance off man. We thought he was a rapper.
Yo, so
that dude got fucked up.
So, dude, it's funny you say that, and I thought about this when that fight went on. I had to rewatch it. I didn't get to watch it live, but. So Willie and we met Avius Griffin. He's boys with Terrence Crawford, and he kind of started Willie's dance off with Terrence Crawford.
That was cool.
And it was cool. It was cool to see. And here's something to be said. Like, we didn't really know much about him. Maybe we should have. We didn't even really recognize him, but he looked like a flashy rock star rapper. Like, right? We both looked at each other. We're like, yo, this guy must be like a rock star or something. Decked out, huge jacket, like sunglasses on, thicker than me, like just fucking look. He looked like a fucking legit, like, yo, he looked like a rock star, and he was cool though, very cool guy. Cool. But now that kind of like is playing into effect. So then I start following him. He gets signed with MVP. He's posting all these things. He is training, and he trains with friends of ours and stuff, and good camp in Terrence Crawford's camp with Bomac and all them. So he is training hard, but you're not a rock star yet. Terrence Crawford's the real rock star. You're not there yet. Like, don't act like that. And this kind of showed, like, Julian Rodriguez wanted it more, and he got knocked down. Julian did. Avies Griffin has great skills and talent, but this came down to that nitty gritty. Who wants it more?
He didn't look great though, bro. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
I saw some power in both hands though. It was nothing like eye shocking from him. Who, Julian Rodriguez, you mean, or Griffin?
To be honest, kind of both of them, but Rodriguez showed me more than Griffin. Griffin, I didn't think looked good. I thought he looked sloppy. I thought he looked. His punch resistance is really bad. He got hit in like.
He got hit with those hooks.
He got hit with a hook in the third or fourth, and that's when it all changed. Like the confidence, he got hit with a hook in the third or fourth.
He went noodle leg like 3 or 4 times in a fight,
and he never got his confidence back.
Yeah, and I don't think he has great ring IQ either. No offense to him, but I didn't see. I just saw a lot of.
Yeah, no, and that
it looked like a fight between two guys you've never heard of before.
Yeah, and it kind of was. Although I will point this out, and I didn't know this, but Julian Rodriguez follows the Spar-Inn on Instagram, cool. And because I went to follow him, I'm like, oh, bro, this guy's got this knockout. Let me follow him, and then I'm like, oh shit, he follows me. So
he's from Bergen County too, so that's what's up. Shout out to them.
Yeah, he's from Jersey.
Yo, he lives in Harrisburg Heights. So it's like one town over from where I work.
Yeah, so.
But your man, he had the same problem your man's over there had. That fucking hair, bro.
Oh, I was just gonna go there.
That fucking hair,
bro. Oshaki, he's talking about Oshaki Foster. I got a poster.
This hair was in front of him, on the side of him.
Yo, and then I never seen this. They taped it up like the 5th or 6th round. He had tape in his hair, and same thing. It was annoying. But this brings me to my next point. That's on management and Bomac and them, and we're seeing some slips in that whole great camp. Like, that's on them, bro. Because if I have a fighter, right, and his hair is bouncing around, covering his eyes, every punch he throws, it's bouncing. You feel that, like, you feel your hair bouncing. It's a distraction. If I'm a manager and a trainer, whatever, a cut man, I'm gonna say, bro, you got to cut your hair. Like, the tape isn't gonna work. Oshaki Foster once came out with hair down to his ass taped up. Bro, it looked like a fucking baseball bat. Like he was carrying a baseball.
Oh, like Derrick Henry?
Like worse almost, bro. Like worse, because it was like it was crazy. And I like Oshaki.
It's like he was about to do a Pokemon fucking slash.
Yeah.
Whip. It's just whipping with with his hair. So
Sly
Frieza looking ass bitch.
Sly said he looked like a Hebrew hammer.
Oh, shout out to Cletus Selden,
yeah.
Yo, Cletus. That's funny.
But yeah, like that to me is on like Bomac shouldn't, like, yo, bro, listen, cut your fucking hair.
Yeah,
cut your fucking hair.
They're not gonna. I mean, you don't really gotta cut your hair, but I feel like they felt like, you know, he was gonna get him out of there or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They
got a little too cocky, but Julian Rodriguez believed in himself.
How long he had that hair for the fights and shit?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, the fact that they taped it though, means it was bothering him. It looked annoying. We don't know if it's annoying. It looks annoying, but who knows?
We seen this shit just flapping around every side of. He was on each side. It was just making an appearance. Like one side, he was
it was like it looked like something was jumping on his head. He got caught with
a hook. Then he got the dude knocked the shit back to the other side.
Sly said, "Bro's hair looked like Goro from Mortal Kombat."
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But the fact that they taped it in the 5th or 6th shows that. Yeah, it's bothering me. Then they taped it, and like we said about the Oshaki hair, now it turned to like paper mache. Yo, Oshaki's friend, actually, I met him at fights once. It's like a friend from him from high school, like one of his boys. I told him, like, bro, you gotta tell him to cut that hair. He goes, oh my god, I know.
Yeah.
So like it's
getting away from the money. Like, you gotta get this money out. You gotta get in the.
And that goes for NFL players too. Like when they have the dreads outside the helmet, and you can get it pulled. Like, bro. Cut your fucking hair.
That shit gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Bro, the nastiest dreads on the planet are David Diamante's, bro. That shit's gross.
Yeah. Oh, disgusting. Remember we were talking. I was like, oh, I wish you said you were like farting. He was farting, and he was like, "Oh, I wish I could send you smells. My farts are crazy right now." And I was like, "Oh, I wish I could send you smells. I would have sent you Diamante's hair."
Ugh. I even have a meme about it. Like, it's like when you get a whiff of Diamante's dreads, and it's just like a dude throwing up.
That guy went to his own bar and hung out for like 5 seconons. Remember we saw it?
I heard he's an asshole.
Yeah,
No, it's crazy. I was listening to like I was watching like the old fights. I'll tell you, I was watching all the old fights.
Yeah. Willie's going on like a YouTube history tour. I like that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I'm listening. I don't know the announcer name. It was already an announcer that was repeating names. You know how Diamante be like, "Oh, Davis or something like."
Yeah.
He repeats it. Yeah. Somebody was already doing that back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that
I
was
gotta get that announcer name. That's crazy. He really stole
man.
that. He stole that announcer. That announcer was doing this shit. He was repeating this shit twice. I don't know what he was doing, like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, go find that. Go find that.
Yeah.
'Cause that'd be funny. Like, yo, what the hell, Diamante, you thief?
Who the fuck was that goofball announcing last night?
On the Jake Paul card?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'll be honest.
Never seen that guy before in my life.
Oh, and I kept thinking of the Joker.
Oh yeah, because he's wearing like a purple suit.
Dude, he had a purple suit on. I could not think of the
about?
Joker. The announcer on the Jake Paul card.
Oh no, I don't know.
He was tall as fuck too, that guy.
Yeah, he's big as shit.
Scott Sly says the lights got to Griffin. You could see it on the walkout. Yeah, dude, he thinks he's like a rock star. Which, whatever. He's making money. I don't care how you dress, whatever.
You need to be confident as a boxer too.
And
That can't go.
No. But like, I don't know. Dude, if you would have saw this guy, like everybody there thought like he dapped up Terrence Crawford, and we're like, oh, dude, he must be like a famous rapper.
But you look good, you play good. You play good, they pay good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's just not big. And now, dude, think about it. He signs with MVP, which is a great promotion. They're great.
He was supposed to show out, bro.
Dude,
he got everything. He got everything.
Where was that fight? I forget. The Toyota Center. Where is it? In Cali?
Honda Center.
I
think that's where the Ducks play in hockey.
Okay. They sold it out, and it was the highest gate ever there
since like Ryan Garcia or some shit.
And he just signed you. It's the highest gate ever because of Jake fucking Paul, and you do that. So like, I just want him to get a little hungrier. Sometimes you got to go back to the basics, you know. And And I think Julian. That's really why Julian Rodriguez won. And you are right. It was two guys nobody really ever heard of, but.
Well, I posted it on my story after the fight. I said I want to see Julian Rodriguez fight Rashidi Ellis.
Yeah.
Rashidi Ellis shared it.
Yeah,
I don't want to get it too off because I'll go on a soapbox for Rashidi Ellis, but the fact that dude's not getting fights is fucking bullshit. Yeah. And fans bring up like, oh, he lost to Villa, he's trash. Like if he was trash, people would fight him.
Yeah,
because he's got a recognizable name.
I think I just seen him on like Wednesday night fights or something.
Yeah, he did a co-promotion with that dude Mill City Boxing. Like that's who his fight was promoted by. I'm not trying to shit on Mill City Boxing, you know, like the dude's a known podcast, but Rashidi Ellis is good enough to where he should be on these cards, not on a fight card co-promoted by a podcast. Like he's a top 15 at worst welterweight. And the way welterweight's now, I'd say he's top 10. He beat the shit out of Alexis Rocha. He would beat the shit out of the guy that beat Rocha. What's his name? The dude Norman knocked out. You know, I don't think he beats Norman, but I think he'd give Norman a fucking good fight.
That's my guy. Shit. The fuck is his name?
Santillan.
Yeah, Giovanni Santillan.
Rashidi would beat Santillan. Rashidi would beat a lot of guys at 147, and they just don't give him the fight. Like, he has nothing to do with this weekend. I just brought it up because I posted that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get that out there. Like, give Rashidi Ellis a big fucking fight, bro.
What promotion is he with?
I don't know because he's like he was on PBC, lost to Villa. They didn't give him shit else after that. Then he was having to fight in the fucking Team Combat League, which is probably going away soon, by the way, because they don't want to fucking pay people. They're going to get hit with a lawsuit. Throwing that out there too.
Wait,
pieces of shit.
TCL, really?
Yeah, dude. They had this one guy. They had a uniform designer make $100,000 worth of trunks for their shit. He had to take out loans to make it.
Yeah.
Stayed up for days making them. They didn't fucking pay him.
Really?
Yeah. And they have contracts with other people that they don't fulfill, and they just take the money and then leave them on red. They're going to get hit with a lawsuit.
Because we interviewed someone and they said that they pay well. That's why people keep going there. Because I do notice some
They
names.
pay the
on there.
fighters. Yeah, good.
Yeah, they pay the fighters well. That's what I not to kill your rant, but that's what
you talking about? So you talking about they not paying like the miscellaneous people, the behind the scenes type.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
okay.
who work, people who devote their life to boxing, just like the boxers do.
Yeah.
You know, people who took a risk following a career path in this sport, and you're
Yeah.
fucking them over.
Yeah, you got to pay everybody. Everybody's got to pay. But that's also the stuff people don't see.
$100K worth of fucking trunks.
That's like what people don't see. Like some people
Shit.
think non-boxing fans are like, oh, he made X amount of money on that fight. But the boxer himself, right? And now with fashion being involved in boxing, he's got to pay the shoe guy. He's got to pay the shirt guy. He's got to pay. But speaking of all that, right? Everybody they have to pay. I'm kind of getting off topic here. And
yeah, my bad, dude. I totally derailed this shit.
No, it's all good. I don't care. It's all boxing related, so I don't give a fuck. But speaking of that, right? And there's something I want to say, and I kind of want to chop it up after and blast it out here, and you could piggyback me on this. And we're all affiliated with the company. Me and Willie got affiliated by accident, and it's thanks for playing, right? Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing, shirt company. You have the shirt on now. Ironically enough, we didn't plan this, but there's a message that they do, and it goes in with what he just said. Like, they don't ask for money from the fighters, and they make shirts from fighters. And if you could just real quick, and I don't want to bore the listeners or whatever, I do want to chop this up though. Elaborate on that, because I feel like that message needs to get out there.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the main reasons I started working. When they asked me to recruit fighters for them, like, because I believe in what they're doing, it's easy for me. Like, I like the product. They make nice shirts, as you know. But then the shirts sell for $40, which is like, damn, like I like watching Tiger Johnson fight. This shirt looks kind of cool, but do I want to pay $40 for it? You know, and it's a tough economy.
Yeah.
But it costs $15 to make the shirt, right? That's how much it costs total to make each shirt. With all the costs included, is about $15 a shirt. 40 minus 15 is 25. That's the cut that goes to the fighter. So whenever they sell a fighter shirt, thanks for playing makes 0 cents on it. The fighters make the money.
So that's something to be said. Like, we love the shirts are great, and we're not like sponsored by them. We don't have any real, you know what I mean? They sent us shirts once. We're like, oh, we like your stuff. They linked us with you, and we became friends now for a year, right? About a year and a half. And here we are. The shirts are great. I got one of my favorite shirts is a Naya Inoue shirt I have from them. And
my tank hoodie is really nice.
Yeah, the tank hoodie. The fighters get the money though. The fighters that they sign for the fights,
yeah,
they get the money, and that's something to be said. Like, because boxing, the business of boxing is a dirty game, dude. And I just want kind of to get that out there for anyone listening, because
even that collection they're letting me come out with the retro fighters, we're gonna sell them for $45. But the fighters, I don't want to spoil it because I'm excited to announce it, but I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah,
because it's going to be a whole thing, throwback fighters that only real fans would know. And we're going to sell those for $45. Fighter gets $25. That way we can at least make $5 a profit on the shirt. You know, that way we can keep doing this to promote the fighters now. And
like, not only that though, the shirts are awesome. Like, for any boxing fan,
for the fucking retro, the old fighters, like, they probably need the money.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, and I only have one fighter confirmed right now, but it's sick. He'll tell you. It's pretty. Yeah,
I'll tell you off air. But
sick.
Sly says, "Thanks for playing. Sent me a free shirt. That's why I promote them anywhere I go. Good quality. I buy their stuff all the time. For real. You know what their shirts remind me of? And you see a lot of it now on Instagram. Like, everybody makes shirts. So that's what makes Thanks for Playing different, is that the fighters get the money. They don't make money on them. The owner, correct me if I'm wrong, Punch, is just a boxing fan that wanted to do this. And
he has a whole nother apparel company that, like, he makes his money off of, and he loves boxing, and he wanted to make cool stuff for boxers. He eventually wants to make money off of Thanks for Playing, but in all honesty, it's not profitable right now.
Yeah, and the fighters get the money from the shirts, so they could kind of push the shirts themselves too to make money. So it's kind of a cool concept. And as actual nerd fight fans, it's awesome. It's awesome to see.
I ain't gonna lie, these shirts is like Goodfellas.
Willie, I just messaged you a picture of the first throwback shirt that we're doing.
Yeah, suspense. If you made it this far, get Willie's reaction. I got to make one more drink and stand up because my hemorrhoid.
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing.
And then we'll keep it pushing. And then we'll try to. I don't know what time we're at now, but Oh, we're already at an hour. We're at an hour. Fuck it.
Yo,
But yeah, talk to Willie real quick.
I was literally about to watch his like documentary. I was watching all the back. Nah, I'm not. But he's that's crazy.
Hey, Sly, because you're commenting, I'm gonna send you a picture of the shirt. Well, but you can't fucking tell anybody. Wow.
Damn, bro. I want to say something, but it's just like that's.
Yeah, dude, it's so hard for me to sit on this because I'm so excited.
I wish I never even knew. I should have just waited.
Well, I for that I won't tell you the other guys that were close. We're gonna make a sample for him, and that's when he's gonna decide whether or not he.
So he could. Oh, you fucking ass!
Damn it! Cut that out when you post it.
Yeah. I don't think nobody's listening to this right now. That was crazy.
That's at a minute or an hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, I accidentally said I let the goddamn cat out the bag.
Yeah, this guy. Nah, that's elite, bro. Yo, congratulations.
I'm gonna get a motherfucker killed, bro.
Yo, congratulations, though.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, the other fighters we got that I'm talking to, I'm really excited about too. They're not as popular as him, but if you're a real boxing fan, there's zero chance you don't know who they are.
We talking about skill. What? That's James. Damn, I almost said it too. That's
so legendary that a specific move in boxing is accredited to him. Yes. You know, they'll say like, oh, well, this guy actually has it better. But then when that guy who they say has it better tells you, he's like, well, I learned mine from him and just adapted it. So
I got a question for y'all.
I'm back, by the way.
I got a question for y'all.
Puma's back.
Whose signature punch was the Susie Q?
Oh, I don't know that one. That's a good trivia question. I've never heard that actually.
I wanted to cover the list because I've been watching these documentaries.
I'm so happy for
that's awesome.
Like
so.
All right, just say it. Who?
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky, really?
Yes.
Marciano or Graziano?
I think.
That was.
Now I'm confused.
wait. Rocky Balboa?
No.
Rocky. So it was either Marciano.
Yes,
it had to be
Marciano. Him? Yeah, he said, "Look, Sly even knew." He looked.
Oh, okay.
Marciano.
Right there.
Yeah, I never knew that one.
Yeah. Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of Rocky Marciano,
it's a feint, like a fake jab.
Okay.
Over here, right.
Okay. Fire. Susie Q. Yo, Willie,
now,
like,
if I get back in training, I gotta teach the kids that. You know?
What do you mean if?
I haven't been, so.
Yeah, you mean when?
Yeah, when.
Fat ass.
Fuck. Yeah, I am getting fat, bro.
Nah. All right, we're already an hour in. My ass is fucking tender. Let's fucking try to keep it moving. This is what happens. Me and Punch.
Do you want to talk about the Curiel fight? Because that fight was after the AJ fight. Yeah, I don't know who that dude was he fought. I barely know Curiel. Yeah, I just know him from the Rocha fight.
I was going to say
whose nickname is the Browns Bomber?
Oh, Joe Lewis. Bronze Bomber.
No, the Brown.
No, he's the Brown Bomber.
Brown Bomber. Brown was Wilder. Joe Lewis. That's my favorite old school fighter. Come on, Willie. Oh. All right, stay on track, asshole.
My bad. I'm watching my documentaries tomorrow.
Yeah, good.
At work.
Yo, that's what, like, in the winter, that's like when it's like snowing or whatever, and there's nothing going on. I'll sit down here and I'll just throw on. There's a lot of cool YouTube content creators for like documentaries. That's one really cool thing about like the old heads that are good with cameras and they know like they have personal stories.
I didn't know he died in a fucking plane crash.
Yeah, Joe Lewis's son is like a really good golfer too.
That's sick.
It's like a nasty.
Yeah, I just found a sick YouTube channel where he tells like whatever happened to like college football player videos.
Yeah.
So I've been like crushing those lately. Just like at the gym, I just listen like whatever happened to Toby Gerhardt. I'm like, whatever happened to Toby Gerhardt?
Those guys you'd never like. Another one like Vince Young. Remember him?
Love him.
Yo, Sonny Liston, fucking.
Oh, Sonny Liston's
story
is crazy.
Was nuts.
All right, hold on. We got to talk about this Curiel fella.
My bad.
So yeah, same thing. The fight was kind of boring too, and then it wasn't. So good for him. But
I didn't think it was boring. I just thought it was just two Hispanic guys. Fucking, it was a fun Hispanic fight. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what made it boring to me, and it was the announcing. They were like, "Oh, you know this. They're not heating it up yet," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." They kind of had me duped. I'm like, "They're not. They're not heating it up yet." And then all of a sudden, boom, KO. and
Yeah, that dude's got power, man.
Yeah. And I know where you're going to go with this, and I want you to take it away, punchlines, because we talked about it. You have a little conspiracy theory of what went on after that fight with certain call-outs.
I don't have a conspiracy theory. It might be a theory. It could be wrong, but I have fucking proof now, boy. Everybody who said I was wrong. But after that, when Oscar called out, he's like, "We want Rollies for Curiel."
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not gonna happen. PBC's not gonna do a cross promotion with Golden Boy to fight fucking Curiel because that fight isn't gonna sell. And then Ryan's like going after Oscar, crashing out, posting his fishnet pictures, saying "fuck Golden Boy promotion," all that.
I thought that was cool. Like, I like what they did.
But immediately I'm like, this is fake. I was like, Ryan and Rolly are for sure rematching then. And then I reached out to somebody, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like I know the date, I know everything."
Yeah,
so I'll send the picture.
So you're saying that's going to happen?
That's what I was told.
Ryan Garcia versus Rolly 2.
Yeah, by somebody very close to one of them.
Okay.
Very close to one of them.
Awesome to hear.
That's funny.
I'm here for that, and I'm backing my guy Rolly.
That fishnet picture, then you gonna see Berlanga posted.
yeah.
I was wrong about Devin and Tio. I was clinging to that one. I was like, I don't believe it. But then Devin's fight got announced today.
Devin's fighting Brian.
Yeah, we hate on Devin, we hate on Bill, but that motherfucker don't duck smoke, bro.
He
is bugged the fuck out though.
Wait.
We're putting the cart in front of the horse right now.
Everybody wait. Let's stay on Curiel.
Damn.
So what is next for Curiel then? You think
either Rocha rematch because that shit was a draw, and they're both on Golden Boy.
Rocha just won recently too, so right? Yeah. So that
or the guy who beat Griffin, who fought right before him.
Yeah. I'm backing that guy.
Rodriguez, I keep forgetting his name.
He's tough.
I would like one of them to fight Rashidi, like I said, but I think Curiel is going to fight Roach again. And the only reason Oscar called out Rollies was to throw off sniff of the Ryan rematch, but it's also like because he's had back and forth with Rollies all the time, so Rollies probably going to say some shit. And it's just to get Curiel, like the same way Willie called it out earlier. That Jake Paul is smart for calling these names out. That's all Oscar's doing. He's getting people to talk about Curiel fighting Rolly. That's all he's doing. He's promoting this guy.
Do you think Oscar's smart enough to know that? Like Jake Paul clearly.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, dude, because he's been in this game a long time.
Yeah, true.
He's been promoting a long time. Like I feel like he's smart enough.
True. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't know. What does Bernard Hopkins do for Oscar? Does anyone know?
Talk shit. That's about it.
Okay, fact.
Just talk shit to people. Tries to fight in bathrooms.
Yeah, they probably fight each other still.
All right, we're gonna keep it rolling now. I'm gonna try and speed things up a little bit because when it goes over an hour, it just gets a little weirder and people don't really listen. Besides this dude, Sly tendencies, bro. You are
shout out to y'all.
Sly, you are.
We haven't even gotten to the Tevin fight, bro.
I know. And that was the main one. Like, that was why I watched this Jake Paul card. But shout out to Sly _tendencies 87. Dude has been with us from the get-go.
His name's Jesse. I don't know if he wants that out there, but his name's Jesse.
All right, well, Sly Jesse. DM me your address and stuff, and I'm gonna send you some Spar-Inn merch. And that's I'm a man of my word with that. I send it all over the place. But Sly, for real, send that in. Thanks for listening and lasting this long. Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer, someone who did not last that long. Let's get into it. Man, this one hurt my soul. Hurt my soul.
I wasn't expecting that, bro. For real.
That boy Floyd knocked his damn eye straight.
Yeah.
Damn, come on, man. Come on, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
That's not as bad as what Tank said after the fight.
What'd he say?
He's like, I ain't got that twitchy shit Tevin got. I'll beat Buddy's ass. It's like, damn, dude.
Yo, real quick, this guy Sly said, my name is Herb Beaver Smells. So Herb Beaver Smells. That's a good one. All right. What does it smell like, Sly? Anyway, Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer. I fucking love Tevin Farmer, man.
Yeah,
the Zepeda fight, I've always been a fan of his, but the Zepeda fights really opened my eyes. I didn't think this was going to happen only because I didn't think the second Zepeda fight, Tevin Farmer was going to show up like he did. Like at his age, his boxing age, his wear and tear. He's a weathered dude. I didn't think a second time versus Zepeda, after performing so good the first time, he would be able to show up again, and he did. And I should have put that into my calculations. Like, I don't think he could show up now to this one.
His last 3 fights have been 36 rounds of competitive fighting with 2 guys that in most people's rankings are top 5 in the weight class. Because he fought Morataya before Zepeda.
Yeah, Morataya is another one.
And a lot. I thought Farmer won that fight when I watched it.
And he has been in tough decisions too. I mean, I disagreed with him in the Zepeda fight. The first one specifically was more close. The second one, I thought Farmer did lose pretty significantly, but he still was dogging it out. The dude came out and said, I have Tourette's. And he was like, everyone's asking me why I do this weird shit with my eyes and shit. I have Tourette's. And like, I like that. Like, dude, good for you. It's fucking, he should have did it years ago because we've been talking about it a while. Like, what the fuck's wrong with him? I think when he fought Ortiz, I was like, what's wrong with this guy's fucking eyes? But listen.
He still got a shorty, though.
Yeah. She's a supporter. She's a fucking supporter.
She a real
one. Yeah.
Picked up his chin when he was down. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
your chin up.
This is not. This show and this segment is not about Tevin Farmer, and we have to give credit where credit's due because he proved the boxing world wrong. Kid Austin has arrived, and ducking Shakur the way he did, it's still up in the air. We don't know if he was actually sick or what happened. Shakur called it. He said he's not going to fight me. He got his get back, and he was very emotional in the ring after. He was teared up, and it was good to see, no matter how annoying his damn dad is. Props to you, Kid Austin. You are now man Austin. You are adult Austin, whatever you want to fucking call yourself.
Yeah. And it's good. The fact that we have, because before that, he was getting, social media hype, and that's why people wanted to see him in these top fights, but he hadn't. But this fight proving that he does deserve to be up there. It's good, bro. We need that. We need young, popular fighters who are good. And I'm glad we have that. And I'm a hater of the dude because of his dad.
Yeah.
And when the motherfucker will never just let his son do an interview every time he's on, he's always like right here.
Loud, too. Loud.
Yeah.
Like
so he's like another Bill,
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But it's common to like Sean Porter. A lot of people used to hate on Sean because of Kenny. Even though Kenny was nowhere near as bad as Floyd Schofield's dad. But Sean, good fighter, good man, good dude. And I feel the same way about Kid, bro. Because when you hear him talk, he's a nice guy.
He's well-spoken, genuine dude. And, bro, he's fucking jacked. That dude
he is.
Yeah.
That
he works hard. Oscar wasn't lying when he said he's like one of the hardest working dudes in the sport. He's always, all his videos are just of him in the gym. It's not him at the beach or with his shit. It's him in the gym.
He's a Jersey kid too, technically. So he's a ripped
hell
dude,
yeah. And I felt bad for him because he was legitimately depressed after that Shakur fight. It's hard to blame him. Bro, you've missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. And I was hating. I still don't think he got sick. I think his team came behind him and was like, "Hey, man, we can't let this fight happen right now in this point in your career." And if you look at it, it kind of worked out because now this fight happened and he just catapulted his stardom. You know what I mean?
That's what I think. That's why they took this fight because Tevin is just like that same style. So
they knew, and I knew Floyd had a chance versus Tevin. I just didn't think in the first fucking round.
No, bad in a minute and 18 seconds, wasn't it?
A fucking double jab and a right, just
he hurt him bad, bro.
Bad.
Twice.
He hit that backhand hook in it was a blind spot, and I'm not talking about Tevin's eyes, but it was hit him in a blind spot, and I'm like, holy shit! It was like a weird angled backhand. I can't even fucking explain it.
Sly, I was just about to say that shit. His fucking voice is soft as hell. He's like, Floyd's dad. He sound like kind of zesty as hell. That's what he said. He said Floyd's dad is
another one of these
Puff
zesty
Daddy.
ass Puff Daddy wannabes, all up in the rap video. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And he's another reason that people don't like him so much is because he called out people like Abdullah Mason. He's like, yeah, we want the Abdullah Mason fight. And then he's like, but we want $2.5 million for it. It's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. That's like pay-per-view main event money.
That's Jake Paul money. Jake
Yeah,
Paul's bonus.
like-
They
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
No, but it's great that he's so young and explosive. So that's
And
what
being
really
being that young and winning the way he did, he needed that mental boost. Like you
And
saw,
he's technical. too.
and you saw the raw emotion. He came off a tough fight where he got sparked a few times. The fight before the Shakur announcement, I remember watching that. Like, damn, this dude's getting sparked up. In the back half of the fight, and then the Shakur fight gets announced, and I'm like, oh man, Shakur is wrong for him right now at this point in his career. Like,
yeah.
Shakur,
I'm a Shakur sexual. I think Shakur's wrong for everybody, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
but specifically style wise, Shakur really, when you're like a boxer puncher versus another like Shakur's an expert boxer. Style wise, he's gonna make you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? And which is why the Zepeda fight is intriguing, because Zepeda's style is fucking 100 punches around. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Floyd Schofield's style is more of a cliche boxing style, really good at it, athletic, strong, power in both hands. I think Shakur at this point in Floyd's career would have picked him apart. But
so who do you want to see him fight next then? That's a good
so I think I don't honestly, it's tough. It's tough. I want him to get a belt shot. I think the way Tevin Farmer performed versus what's his face? Zerto? Not Zerto. The way Tevin Farmer performed versus what's his name? The guy Shakur's fighting.
Zepeda.
I'm sorry. All these fucking Z's. Zepeda. The way he performed versus Zepeda, this Tevin, every pundit and every guy that watches fucking boxing was I put almost $300 on Farmer. Everybody was backing Farmer in this fight based off what we know about Floyd.
He can fight. Well, he might get that Dula Mason fight. He might get.
You know
that
what? That's actually.
He might get that Dula Mason because that belt is vacant, ain't it?
I don't think they're gonna promotion wise.
Who got that?
Yeah, I think Abdullah's gonna fight Noakes, bro.
Yeah,
but somebody gotta get somebody gotta get the title, right?
Yeah, well, that's gonna be for the title because they're the top two ranked guys in that weight class.
I don't know though. What do you think's next? Honestly, if Shakur dismantles Zepeda, or not Zepeda. If Shakur dismantles Zepeda, right?
Right.
Like, just his typical outboxes him, works him. I'm not saying knock him out, but just destroys him, right?
Right.
I'm okay with Floyd now getting the Shakur, going after Shakur, and I'm sure Shakur's okay with it too.
And Turkey said he made that tweet. He's like, oh, if Berlanga and Zepeda win, it's going to derail our plans because we have big plans for Shiraz and Shakur. So I don't know how big his plans are for Shakur. I don't know if Floyd, I mean, obviously he wanted that fight to happen anyway because he scheduled it for that big card in February. But I don't know if that's still Turkey's plan for him. I like a guy he was supposed to fight last year. I would like to see him fight Lucas Body. The dude that knocked out Ashton Silva.
Yeah. Or here's another one. Say Shakur beats Zepeda, right? It goes 12 and he just destroys him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with Zepeda versus Schofield and then a Shakur fight.
I think they want Zepeda to fight Andy Cruz.
Or Andy.
I saw that.
I forgot about Andy Cruz. Or him. It's a good division.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys on that DAZN side he could fight.
Yeah.
You know what? Why Turkey is on Shiraz? Nobody want to see him.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Shiraz, I don't think Shiraz.
Nobody want to see him. He's not ruined nobody's plans.
I think the fact that Turkey's trying so hard to promote that guy and force him on us, especially after how that whole Adames thing went down.
Yeah.
He's actually backfiring. He's doing a disservice to Shiraz. He's making him more popular, but he's making him less likable at the same time, it feels like.
Nobody want to see him.
Sly says that Floyd earned WBA mandatory last night with the win. Who's the
WBA? Who's WBA champ? Is that Tank? That's Tank. That's Tank.
Oh
shit.
He ain't getting that fight. They're not gonna do PBC is not gonna do a crossover for Tank, bro. Unless you do it on their terms. And I don't think Schofield's big enough to get that fight.
I think Tank's days are numbered, not because he's not skilled, just he's gonna make a lot of money in these next 2 or 3 fights and be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's
done.
He been had a foot out the door.
Yeah, he's pretty much. I think he's gonna show up in this week. We'll wait. We'll preview that when it comes. We should go back to Diamantes for that too, actually.
back there.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. No, never mind. We don't have time.
What? We have time. It's long.
Remember when I told you that fighter got pulled out of a certain fighter's training camp for beating the shit out of him?
Oh, yeah.
And then removed. Yeah, he might be on that Tank Roach card now anyway, which is good. But
So-
when I found, yeah,
Just hold that thought because I'm gonna get there with rumor. I have a little section rumor reveal around Barrios. Oh shit.
there's a reason I didn't say names, bro.
Y'all just like the
We can edit that out. We got 5 listeners.
124. Just remember that 105 and 124.
Yeah, I got you. My bad. This tequila is fucking good, man. Shout out to El Jaguar Tequila, or whatever the fuck. Alma del Jaguar.
Bro, I got fucked up last night, dude. I woke up feeling like shit.
All right, let's stick to boxing. We can talk about our stupid lives later. Yeah, that's really it. Hey, Floyd Schofield now. Sky's the limit. Props to you. You owe me $300. That being said, there was no other cards going on. We don't got really a lot of previews. Next week's show, we have a shitload of previews, but we do have some drama and some announcements.
I have one last fight to go over. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because another guy fought this weekend.
I could do this all day. My hemorrhoid already popped, so I'm good.
God, dude.
What?
How do you do this, Willie?
I don't know,
Bro. But another fighter fought this weekend.
I'm out.
Lost and retired.
Coming from the most vulgar, fucking wild animal.
What are you talking about?
Goddamn
saying.
Are you talking about who we were both shocked was fighting?
Yeah, dude. When I messaged you, I was like, "This guy's fighting tonight."
Yeah. I actually, when I was typing up some notes for this, I was like, "Holy shit!"
He got his ass beat and retired. John Pascal, bro. John Pascal is finally done.
It's Jean Pascal. He was a light heavyweight, right? Or was he a middleweight?
I think it was at cruiserweight this weekend.
Okay. I think he was light heavy and then went to cruiser. Was known for his power. Canadian fighter. He just kind of tested positive for every steroid in the book and just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Who was he supposed to fight when he tested for all that shit? It was Badu Jack. It was the rematch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think before that he like beat someone so bad, wasn't it?
Brown.
Yeah, Brown. You're right, my guy.
I thought Brown was gonna be so good, bro.
Yeah, me too. But ish happens. Yo, we have 6 viewers on the YouTube.
Blowing up.
That's the most we've ever had. Jake Ginsburg said, happy face, cry laugh. This guy Sly.
It was last night. That's weird.
Oh, it was? I was probably in a weird place. But yeah, Jean Pascal retired. We already thought he was retired. So not much to say there. We have time. You watched the fight?
Fuck no.
Oh, all right. So yeah, not much to say there. He was good. He was powerful, but it turns out he was on the juice. Speaking of juice, let's get into the news and notes and try to wrap this up because my ass is bleeding.
You farting over there, I think.
No.
Smells
this is
funny.
the roid, bro.
It's Lloyd.
It's
Lloyd the hemorrhoid, man.
Gross.
Shut up. Haney versus Norman Jr. was announced. Kind of broke the internet after the Floyd Schofield Tevin Farmer internet breaking itself and the UFC internet breaking. Haney versus Norman Jr. Listen, we kind of alluded to it earlier. I'm a Devin Haney kind of hater because he's like annoying me now, and obviously I'm a teosexual. So he's anti-Teofimo. I'm pro-Teofimo. So, of course, I'm going to naturally hate Devin Haney. I have to give Haney his credit, and I don't want to jump the gun because just because something's announced in boxing, and you all can attest to this, doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's like a 50-50 chance still to me.
Right.
So if this fight actually happens, and speaking of internet breaking, he goes on and fights Brian Norman Jr., win or lose, Haney's stock rises. It'll be his first real fight at 147 welterweight. I can't take anything away from him or Bill. I got to give them all their props. Big if this fight happens. It's not set in stone yet.
I don't know why this fight will happen.
And there's a lot of like you wouldn't want to tune up at 147.
Devin don't even want to take a punch right now. He's still seeing ghosts. I don't think he should be fighting this fight. You see what happened to the last person that fought.
And there's another point I want to make.
You see what Brian did to the last fighter. What he said next Friday? You see what? Did you really see? He said, "What you see? What happened to the security guard? You know what happened to the last security guard."
I want to make a point too. Like speaking of dads, though, like, did you see what was it? The boxing? What was that?
Yo, when Brian Norman Sr. and Bill were going at it on the Boxing Boys.
Yo, Bill got
that
checked
was
the
fire.
Boxing Voice. Shout out to them. It's like the first ever viral boxing podcast. I disagree with a lot of shit they say, but shout out to them. I think they're out of New York too, or used to be.
Yeah, they're in Vegas now.
Okay. Oh, they made it. God damn it. That's our goal, guys. Us three. We're gonna have a threesome in Vegas. In regards to the podcast, you pervert, Willie. Brian Norman Jr.'s dad. I don't know his name. It got a little silent there. You got your asshole.
Well, if Brian Norman Jr. is named Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah.
What's his dad's name?
Brian Norman.
Brian Norman Sr. Sunned good old Bill Haney. It was
we're gonna fucking step over you, and then I'm gonna tell him to go to your corner and tell you ain't shit. Yeah,
that was fire.
And you could see in Haney's. You could see in Haney's, Bill Haney's face a little bit. He's like,
he shut the fuck up for a second. Finally,
silence, dude. He's like, oh shit.
And, you know, the young boy from Georgia was about that life.
Yeah, he like good for him. I mean, you know, he kind of needed that, and I just hope this fight does happen. And props to Bill for letting his son fight
after
this
that,
fight.
He probably scared the shit out of him after that shit.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, I think so. I really don't think this fight's gonna happen though. I don't think the Haneys
Tevin don't even want to take a punch right now.
I don't think the Haneys are after what Ryan Garcia did to Haney. I still don't think they're ready for at 147 something like that.
Watch it get canceled this week, and then they announce Devin versus Tio again. I'm gonna still cling to it.
Fucking lose it.
I'm gonna
lose your fucking mind after that.
I hope that fight happens. I'm ready. Tio is definitely cooking up something. He's coming up with something soon. I might be in those DMs, you know, might be in them DMs a little bit. Yeah. Well, let's send him some feet pics. But
it's past my fucking bedtime.
Yeah, all right. We'll keep it moving. So Brian Norman Jr.'s dad, Brian Sr., fucking sons the shit out of Bill Haney, which was good to see. Speaking of Teofimo, he was just in camp with the Vargas brothers. And a special someone that we're going to fight preview soon, Manny Pacquiao. You may have heard of him. You may not have heard of him. Did you guys see that?
I seen that. There's a whole bunch of them. It was like they was running on the mountains and shit.
Yeah, the Vargases were out there and everything.
Yeah, there was a few. I think Brandon Lee might have been out there. I think I saw Brandon Lee. I could be wrong. It might have just been another Asian, but
no, God.
I don't know. I thought I saw Brandon Lee. But that was cool to see, you know, and props to Pacquiao. Pacquiao looks kind of in shape. He's doing his thing.
Yeah. But you don't look the same though, bro. He's noticeably old.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to name drop. I think Pacquiao though has some info or intel on what's going on in his opponent's life or camp maybe. And you know,
well, okay, so the dude's dead because
we're going for it.
Yeah, I don't care, bro. I love Mario. Everybody knows that.
We're going for it. Willie,
first big name fighter to really give me a break, right?
Yeah, we have some real fucking news here.
But I work for Thanks for Playing. I work for Adams. I got this kid signed to both of them, so I wouldn't say he's my client because that's not a correct term. But essentially, if I recruit you to two companies, I work for you. So this is the way I view it. Kid's only 19, 18-time amateur champion, Southpaw, lives in Vegas, so it's easy to get him to another gym in Vegas. Gets brought in to spar with him.
With who?
He's with Mario. And he was supposed to fight on the Barrios card as well. He was supposed to be in the early prelims of that. And we have his shirt done and everything. So I message his dad because I deal with his dad. I don't deal with him. But I was like, hey, I got the shirt. I'm ready to post it. And we always post the picture of the fight poster that they're fighting on. So you can kind of promote their fight as well. And I just messaged his dad. I was like, hey, just confirming before I post this, you guys are on the 19th, right? You're on the Pacquiao card. Dad calls me immediately.
Before you go there, because I don't want to let this podcast dismantle anything or business transactions or whatever. It's okay to state this.
I don't know, because it's not in the public knowledge yet. Well, I asked his dad. I was like, if you want me to put this news out there with the pages that I'm cool with, he's like, yeah, do it.
Okay, so
'Cause
it's on him.
pretty-
All right, that's all. That's what I meant. So then it's on him. Okay.
And according to him, he said that he's like, everybody in Vegas knows about it. He's like, Sean Gibbons got into an elevator with me because he was in LA for that Jake Paul fight. He's like, Sean Gibbons, Pacquiao's manager, Pitbull Cruz's manager, they were in an elevator together, and he brought it up to him.
All right, drop it.
Because dude was tuning him up in sparring, and he's way smaller. He fights at lightweight.
What's his name? What's his
Hypo
name?
Gallegos. And the rumor is he was tuning him up in sparring, and then they kicked him out of camp. And then a manager called his dad the next day and he's like, by the way, we're not gonna have you on the card anymore either. So he got taken off the card. That's fucked up, bro. He's only 19 years old, bro.
And that's how they get paid. And
yeah, that's how you get their name known, because like I know not everybody shows up for the early prelim, especially in Vegas. They wait till like the fucking main event.
Yeah.
But still, there's gonna be more people in an empty, where's that fight? T-Mobile Arena? Than there would be at his little pro box cards or these little MVP Orlando side cards that he does on Fridays.
So according to his dad, let me get this straight. According to his dad, they kicked him out of camp because he was messing up Mario Barrios in sparring.
Yes.
According to the dad.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That is insane.
So I was team Barrios. I'm not betting wise. I was going all in on Barrios. Should I change my bet, Willie? What do you think?
I was going with Manny anyway.
it was sparring is sparring, first of all.
Yeah.
It was a few weeks ago, apparently. It wasn't like this week. It was when Mario was still bigger.
Kicked out of camp, though?
Yeah, but that thing happens all the time, bro. Because I asked other people about it, and they're like, yeah, like somebody beat the shit out of Tank before the Frank Martin fight, so they kicked him out.
What's his name too? The guy that like killed his whole family. There's stories, and this kind of
Edwin Valero. Yeah, beat the shit out of Oscar, who was in camp for Manny.
Yeah, for Manny Pacquiao.
Shit.
Edwin Valero. One of my, I hate him as a person.
Wait, they kick him out and then he killed his family? What?
Yeah,
he was like a world champion, and he couldn't get fights in America because of some criminal shit or his visa or something. So he could only fight in like Mexico and everything. But he was really he was 27-0 with 27 knockouts or something like that.
And very feared amongst and this is like boxing's golden era when Pacquiao really started to get, not golden era, but when Pacquiao really started to rise and everybody feared him. Like everybody, there was like horror stories about him in sparring.
Yeah.
And not to cut you off, I'm sorry. I'm just a big Edwin Valerio guy.
Yeah, so, he's dope until he ended up killing his wife and himself.
Yeah. And like he went like crazy against the government of his country. It was just nuts. But so he was training with Oscar De La Hoya. He was one of his rotation in sparring. And rumor has it, but kind of confirmed, he was like blacking up Oscar De La Hoya's eyes and like may or may not have broke his nose or some shit.
What?
And like, dude, Edwin said, he's like, yeah, I would go to that camp hungover. I would be there like no sleep. And so Sly just said Valero threatened a ref during a fight. Dude was insane, bro.
I'd be terrified if that guy threatened me.
And he had that like Latino mullet. Love that guy. Love what he does. But so yeah, you're again alluding. People get kicked out of camps all the time. You're absolutely right, and that's known. But at that weight, and you're facing Manny Pacquiao, the prestige, whatever. You should be a favored versus Pacquiao. Ooh,
and also too, like I'm not like, don't take what I'm saying as gospel. I've heard one side of the story from the kid's dad, so there's obviously going to be a natural bias instilled there. So I don't know what happened because I wasn't there, and so far I haven't talked to anyone else about it. And I'm just repeating what I was told.
And based off our last segment, we know these dads get a little crazy about their kids in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
of course, bro, it's your child in a physical combative event, of course. Still.
But damn, that's crazy. Changes a lot of betting perspectives. And again, it's not set in stone. It's just what people say. And, there may or may not be some truth to it.
That's a young man's life, man. They're playing around with his livelihood already.
Yeah, true. And you know what? Shame on them. Barrios.
If it's true, because I don't want to badmouth Mario because I like Mario,
and I've known that. Yeah. You've told me you're a big Barrios fan, but
so it's not like I'm happy to share this news. I'm upset either way.
All right, the camp part, okay, that shit happens, but you gonna take them off the fight?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
How would
that's-
they even have control of that?
That's
though?
crazy.
How
There,
would
there
they
needs to be. We need to get Barrios on the show
because the manager whose name was dropped is pretty influential in the sport. The manager who told him they were
Yeah.
taking him off the card. So
Yeah. Let's try and hook up Barrios and get him on here.
no, not now. He's probably gonna hate me now.
Yeah.
So is Bob's team,
Yeah.
and like I'm friends with Bob's son, Bob Santos. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, that was whatever, dude.
yeah, I hope it don't cost me nothing because I like those guys, you know, and I'm not gonna wish bad on any of them. It just if it's true to do that to a 19-year-old kid, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth,
Yeah.
bro. He's only got 10 fights and shit. Like,
If the rumors are true, yes.
yeah,
These are all rumors. We are a boxing podcast that just we see shit, we hear shit, and we I guess I don't want to say report it because we're not really like journalists, but we just speak on it. We drink and speak on it. So here we are speaking on what we heard. Going forward, I am betting on Pacquiao though, but that's about it. I think that's all I got. We're gonna end the show with that. Next week, we will be back. July heats up. There's a bunch of fights in July. We are coming to the end of June. We have went almost about 2 hours now. 1 hour and 40 minutes. Good.
my
shit.
bad, dude. I talk too much.
No, it's cool
Nah,
because
it's okay,
I
it's
get to
okay.
yapping too. Willie's like, yo, I gotta get the
We
fuck
started
out.
like a decent time, 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
was
7.
pretty
That's
good.
why we started at 7. Willie was like, yo, get me the F out of here. Sly says, say allegedly.
Allegedly. That's pretty much what I was saying anyway.
Yeah, rumors. It's all hearsay.
Yeah.
You know what, Sly? You're annoying me. You get one shirt. Nah, I'm just kidding. That being said, hey, follow us on everything. Sly, tell your friends to follow us since you've made it this long. Your hemorrhoid's probably as big as mine right now. We're gonna keep it moving. We will see you all next week. Follow Punchlines, the funniest man on Instagram.
Thank you, brother.
Follow Willie Divine. What is your fucking Divine?
Divine.tv.
Divine.tv. But more importantly,
follow the Spar-Inn.
follow the Spar-Inn because this is where we all come together and talk boxing.
Let's go.
See you all next week. Got a big show next week. July heats the fuck up.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
All right, y'all.
Yo,
Peace.
peace.
Oh, God, I hope that shit don't bite me.
Wait. I don't know how to.
I'm not saying nothing crazy. I say something ours, man.
I don't know how to end it. Wait, we're still live.
It says size of grapefruit.
Where's my fucking keyboard? God damn it. Hold on, guys. We're still live. Don't say anything stupid.
Birds aren't real.
Canceled.